48 cars crashing into the wall. Bowman.
Alex Bowman. And you see the right side damage for Bowman.
Okay, road, hang on a sec here.
And it happens in 3 and 4.
I can't drive the rest of it.
On the razor's edge, these drivers, and maybe just stepped over that edge for Alex Bowman. He was running in the 8th position.
Come on, nobody else coming to you guys.
Watch right here. Car just comes around very fast. You have to imagine there had to have been a tire issue as the right rear tire is down right there. But the way that car come around so quickly here, we'll ride along. I don't know if it's the bump. It looked like the bump upset the car. But, man, turn 3 and 4, one way or another, it's been difficult on these cars. I think the bumps are upsetting the cars and the guys are wrecking, but I also think the tire issues are being created through these bumps. Series of bumps through 3 and 4.
I couldn't tell if it was a tire or the spin first, even on the onboard. Kim.
He's ever been behind the wheel of a race car.
Yep.
And you'd think that Kurt could go as...
hang on to it, Kurt. Hard into the wall. Wow.
That was a hard hit for that right rear quarter panel, and you see the damage. That was coming to the green flag, and this is going to force everyone else on the track to come to pit road.
Yeah, that's a big. Is that a big disadvantage to his
teammate? Yeah, backed it square into the wall.
Yeah.
Backed it square into the wall. He's sitting about pit road entrance.
That was a big hit by Kurt Busch.
Yeah, we talked about how important it is to come to the green with a ton of speed. He chose to run the bottom, and a lot of drivers have been up in that resin in that second groove, and that was a interesting angle that he hit the wall backing into it. Big hit. Swung around and hit the front pretty hard as well.
Yeah, that hurts every time.
It's just you have to push these cars to the very limit if you want to make lap time. And if you're going to do that, you're going to step over it sometime.
The Fords have separated themselves. A big push coming now for Harvick. And around goes a couple cars. Preece upside down. He's barrel rolling through the grass. Ryan Preece upside down in the infield. Caution has come out. He's on his wheels. There was fire off the left side of the car. A huge barrel roll for Preece and the AMR safety crew there to him. Take another look at how this happened.
Going down the back straightaway, he makes a move or gets help from behind, and the car goes into the infield air. It just lifts right up off the ground. Violent wreck. It's a push from the 43 car, and it's airborne. I mean, I thought that maybe it hit, the road course or some curbing or something on the road course. The kink lifted that car, but it was just traveling so fast.
It happened right when it got in the grass. As soon as it got in the grass, that's when it started to lift. And then this is just violent. I mean, look at this car. That is just amazing that something that weighs over 3,500 pounds get in the air like that.
It looks like a toy car flying through the air. But as you mentioned, Jeff, 3,500 pounds. Such a violent accident for Ryan Preece. Thankfully lands on the wheels. And then was able to climb out.
Laps to go. We just saw the Toyotas come onto pit road. Kim, does that change the strategy for all of the other race teams?
Well, it might. It's put teams in a flurry trying to figure out what they should do. In fact, Randall Burnett came on as we have a crash.
Trouble coming off of turn number 3. It's that Toyota Brigade got together. Denny Hamlin hard into the wall. Also into the wall. We have got, looks like it is Bubba Wallace. Eric Jones also in there too. Jones down to the bottom part of the racetrack in the grass, but heavy contact. Not sure what broke loose in there, but also damage to John Hunter Nemechek. Most of the Toyotas wiped out coming off 3.
And they were running single file by themselves after the pit stop in a completely single file draft, and they get wadded up in a big shot for Eric Jones. The hood flies back on top of the race car, and that will put us under the caution flag now for the 4th time. Back here at the Talladega Super Speedway under the caution flag, and we've had the opportunity, Todd Gordon, to look at a bunch of different angles and different replays. Your assessment of what happened?
Well, this goes back when we were tandem drafting, and one of the rules of tandem drafting is two cars together can work when you got locked bumpers, but when you lock a third car in line, you aren't driving the middle car. The middle car is kind of a suspect, and it looked like they stacked up. You know, it looked like Eric Jones was engaged in the car ahead of him. Bubba was getting a push from behind, and Bubba got to Eric, and it's just an accordion that kind of pinches the center out of it.
It wiped out the Legacy Motorsports Club cars, both John Hunter Nemechek and Eric Jones, although John Hunter right now sitting down on pit road, also involved Bubba Wallace and Denny Hamlin. Man, you think you've got the strategy, you employ it, you come to pit road as a manufacturing group of Toyotas, you think, all right, get out there, work together, run single file, run those guys down, put yourself in position to win, and a matter of 3 laps later, all of that strategy and, 4 of your cars wiped out.
Yeah, that leaves you 3 race cars to battle the Chevrolets and the Fords now to try to win here at Talladega Super Speedway. Your problem has been exponentially, well, it's grown. The problem has for Toyota. You can't imagine the Toyota folks and TRD and everybody there. They're not happy at the moment right now, and you certainly can't blame them for what happened out there, running their own strategy, feel like they're in a good spot, and then they essentially single file wrecked.
Noah Gragson hard into the wall. Turn 1, extremely hard into the wall with the right side.
Boy, that has been calamity corner today. And Gregson becomes
the left side
victim. Wow. I hit at both ends and the whole left side. He was 24th, and he was also on the 2-tire strategy, we're being told. Drops the window net. Look at, now that's what happens when something happens at the bottom of the racetrack. Look at those skid marks and the heavy impact into the safer barrier.
We'll have to see what happens here, but this is why when you break a brake rotor, you turn to that outside wall like you saw the other two do. I'm not saying it was a rotor, but we need to look at the replay.
Now the AMR safety team quickly on the scene. He dropped the window net right away. That's the signal to them that he's okay.
Now the left rear tire was blown out.
Yeah, he just spun around, spun down to the low side, hard into the wall with the driver's side of the race car. If you saw the left tire down, the way that car turned and spun out way early into the corner like that.
See all the rubber off the left rear? I don't know that there's I don't know that that's it, but they're definitely flat left rear.
Well, it's more than flat. The axle, it looks like the axle shaft is broken. The way that left rear wheel was moving around. Now, maybe from impact.
Massive impact.
See sideways, back of the car around like he's spinning out right here in this shot, and then, you know, don't know why he was sideways, having a mechanical issue, tire down, don't know, and then got turned to the right and head on into the wall.
Carried a lot of speed onto pit road. And NASCAR has just told us that he is headed to the infield care center. So that's where the AMR safety crew is taking him. But that was the second contact there. The first contact, as you mentioned, Jeff, was in turn 4. But then he came back onto pit road.